Welcome to Lucid Meetings and congratulations on setting up your account. Once you've completed the setup process, you will land here in the meeting room. The first thing you'll want to do is look at the settings to make sure that they conform with what you want or desire for your meeting room. So let's go ahead and look at what our options are. Go ahead and click on the Configure Your Room, the green button, Configure Your Room. I'll go ahead and change the name of the meeting room, for the room name, so that people are clear on who is meeting in this room. I could add a description if I desired. I can also upload an organization or room logo, which will appear in the top right corner. And I can also change any of the default integrated audio settings. Here we have toll calling and toll-free pre-selected. Once done, I will click Save, at which point I will land in the meetings of the deployment team, what is now called the deployment team room. At this point, we are actually ready to go ahead and schedule our first meeting, which is done by selecting the blue button on the right. But before we do so, let's go ahead and take a look at what other personalizations we can add to the account. So why don't we navigate to the top right to your account and select that. Here, the first thing you'll notice is in the middle is the organization under which you signed up your first account. In this case, it is Acme. And I currently have one room, which is now called Deployment Team. For this organization, I can edit their name and logo. I can manage, add, or delete other rooms in the Manage Rooms. I can see any audio invoices pertinent to those rooms, and I can also delete this whole account if necessary. You'll also notice an Add a New Organization button. In this particular case, if I click that, I'll go ahead and do so, it gives me the whole sign-up process yet again. This allows me to create another organization with a different billing credit card if so required. Why would you need this? Well, it may be that you're managing, for instance, multiple customer accounts, and for each customer account you would like to have it associated to a different billing account, in which case it is easy to do so by simply creating a new organization for each customer. I also have the option to edit my personal profile, and if you do so at the top left, I can select that. Here, I can enter my name, the organization I belong to, my title, as well as phone number. I can also upload an avatar, which is useful, or if I have an account with Gravatar, I can simply pre-select that and it will pull that avatar. So now that I'm done with changing anything in my account, let me go back to my deployment team room and let's schedule our first meeting. So select Schedule a Meeting. The first thing you'll be presented is really the logistics of the meeting. So here is the meeting name, and I will call this Launch Meeting. I can select the time, the date and time for the meeting, as well as a particular time zone. I can also enter a goal for this meeting, which is always very important for any one meeting. And then I can, the pre-selected phone or voice is the Lucid Meetings integrated audio, which was pre-configured in your room settings. But for any one meeting, you can obviously override those and choose an alternative phone or voice provider. Once done, hit Save. The next screen you'll be presented to is the possibility to create an agenda as well as add people. In this case, I want to go ahead and create an agenda from scratch. You can also create one from selecting one from our previous meeting, but since I don't have a previous meeting, it will not appear. And we also have some default agendas as well. I can go ahead and add individuals to this meeting by simply entering in their email address. In this case, I'm going to enter in Roy Rogers at royrogers.com. I will add the agenda and people that I have selected. Once done, it will preload just, in this case, just a very basic default agenda, which is just the welcome. And I can edit this agenda by adding items, sub-items, deleting items, and so on. I can also manage my invitations by sending these invitations out, selecting who to send them out to. Once I have done with all those, my meeting is now ready to go ahead and begin. For any more detailed information on creating and editing agendas, there is a video associated with that, as well as another video that details out how to manage your invitations. But once you've done all those, you are set for your first meeting. And when it is time to start your meeting, just go ahead and click on the top left. You'll see that big green Start Your Meeting button. Click on that, and your meeting will go ahead and start. And that's it for getting started at Lucid Meetings.